Don't you just love new microphones? Don't you love the way that my voice now sounds? Get used to it. This is the AudioTechnica 2035 XLR mic, very mainstream XLR microphone that's used by those who run podcasts, by those who stream to Twitch, things like that. And I have it hooked up to a mixer here, the Yamaha MG10XU, the U meaning that has a USB interface for 192 kilohertz of 24-bit audio goodness. That's actually what you're not listening to right now. I just have this running from just the stereo out, so I have a left and a right, and those are running straight into the back of my PC behind me, and the audio is still exceptional. I mean, this is a huge jump from just the good old USB interface that I was running with my Blue Yeti. Speaking of which, yeah, we had a loss in the family. Well, it was slowly dying. I went ahead and pulled the plug on it because a few of you who had very good headsets were noticing that there was a lot of white noise in the background, a lot of static, especially when I spoke. I did my best using Audacity to kind of rule out that static when I wasn't speaking, but of course when you do speak, it's kind of hard to get rid of those white tones in the audio. So I went ahead and said goodbye to it and invested in this gear here, about $350 or so US for the entire audio setup here, not including the PC obviously or anything like that. Now, but if you want a decent audio setup, this is, as far as I'm aware, a great way to go for those who are on a very strict budget. Now, the AudioTechnica 2035 by this point speaks for itself. It's a very popular XLR microphone, and that's why I went with it, because it is so reputable in this space, especially if you're looking for an entry-level XLR microphone that doesn't break the bank. This was only about 150 or so US. It is linked in the description if you are curious, and if you want to buy one for yourself. I do get a small kickback on Amazon. I do say that as much as I can. I'm not trying to hide anything. It does help out though in the long run. But I want to spend the bulk of my time in this video talking about the Yamaha MG10XU. And I emphasize the U because the USB interface is pivotal if you want near perfect audio clarity. You don't want to have any static in the background. It's something that plagued my old videos, especially those who had decent microphones. I'll show you right here. Here's a clip of what I sound like with the Blue Yeti USB version. You can hear that static in the background. That's not normal. That wasn't there when I originally bought the microphone. I do want to say that. But it's been slowly dying on me, and at this point I'm just tired of trying to edit it out and bother all of you with the white noise. So here's what I sound like before this. Okay, this is a test of the Blue Yeti. Now my voice sounds decent considering this is a USB microphone, but you can hear that white noise in the background. That's usually edited out, at least to the extent that I can within Audacity. So yeah, it's just not going to cut it. And for people that have very good headsets that pay a lot of money for decent audio, you don't deserve something that's dying like this. And by this point, you already have a solid sample of what I sound like here. And I was speaking about the same distance away from the Blue Yeti in that sample, by the way. So another big reason why I chose this setup here is because I can control a lot of different things just on the mixer itself without having to turn around and do everything post-production. Basically, after I've already filmed and recorded, I have to edit everything after the fact. But here, if I notice that something's not sounding right, especially if I have headphones in, which you can do with this mixer, I can control all of that. You have access to the highs, mids, and the lows, which is a good selling point for me because a lot of the cheaper mixers did not include the mid calibration. So you have access to that across all four of these channels, and you can see I can tone down the mid and I can tone up the mid right here. So yeah, there's a fairly substantial difference. You can notice the mids, and that's why I wanted to buy a mixer that had one. Now, if you're wondering why I chose the mixer with 4 inputs, I don't blame you because, you know, I'm the only one here. I don't need another 3 microphones plugged in, although I do have that access if I need it. So it's more of a future-proofing thing for me. I was willing to put a bit more money down just to kind of solidify my content creation status for the near future. And I do plan on doing this full-time when I get out of here. So this is a pretty solid investment. I don't feel any buyer's remorse at all. I would probably do it all over again at this point because I am very pleased with the way that my audio currently sounds. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video really has nothing to do with what we do here on the channel, but it is cool to have, I guess, you know, whenever I want to use this for something other than YouTube, I can just kind of carry this mixer with me. But there are 24 presets on the sound effects side of the mixer here on the right, And these range from everything from flanger to phaser to the vocal echo, delay. You even got the wah, 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 you know, that kind of sound when you're playing. If you play guitar, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have a lot of different pedals, if you will, built into this board, which is very nice because pedals are fairly expensive, especially if you go with someone like Boss, which is my my pedal of choice. But you can basically cycle through whatever you want, all 24 of these. That's very easy to do. I guess we'll just kind of do one for the heck of it. I don't know if any of these are going to sound decent. Let's do the auto wah. So 21. Do I sound any different? Maybe this isn't the best one to be using for just vocals here. Let's move it down to vocal echoes. 13. I know you're going to hear a difference here. Oh, I bet I am very echoey. So this is not one you'd want to use in the studio for anything other than probably singing, which I will not be doing on this channel. Thank you very much. Let's do one more. Let's try the phaser. I bet this one sounds super cool, like I'm in a video game or something. Again, I don't know what this sounds like because I don't have the headphones in, but yeah, you have all of these built into the board for your listening pleasure. But yeah, this is a very cool setup. I do recommend it. I have links to everything that I purchased here in the video description, including, you know, the smaller, cheaper stuff like the arm stand. This is from Neewer. This is a very good arm stand. I used this for the Blue Yeti as well. I went ahead and bought another one, as well as the pop filter. It's all there. Check them out in the video description. Let me know what you think about the audio game now versus how it was a couple videos ago. And we'll move on from here using this setup. If you like the video or just the investment, give this one a thumbs up, thumbs down for the opposite, click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. This is Salazar Studio. Thanks for learning with us. I love the way this sounds.